Yeah, welcome to Vanderbilly.com. This is in response to a request for I Love You More Than You'll Ever Know. It's a Blood, Sweat, and Tears song written by Al Cooper for their first album, Child is Father to the Man, which came out in 1968. Cooper, who sang vocals on this track, founded the band, but he left before their second album, which is kind of the more familiar Blood, Sweat, and Tears to a lot of people. And the guitar in this song was originally played by Steve Katz, I believe. And the tune was later covered by Gary Moore, most famously, who slowed it down a lot, and then more recently by Joe Bonamassa with Beth Hart. So it's a great, sophisticated blues tune, and if you learn this version, you'll easily be able to adapt to the Gary Moore version. So in part one, I'm going to do a playthrough of the key elements, and I'll cover the intro, the verse, and the chorus. And then in part two, I'll cover the bridge, the outro, and I'll give you some tips on the lead bits that are in there. So that's a lot to cover, so let's get started. All right, let's take a look at this. The song basically is in C minor, but in the bridge it modulates. So what you're going to start off with is a C major 7 chord, made like this. You can take a look at the diagram, and you're going to chop that kind of 6 times, and you might mute it a little bit so it doesn't ring out too much. So it's like. Then you're going to move down to the 3rd fret and play a G minor 7 same way. And then you repeat both of those. Then you move into the verse of the song, and the figure there is played like this. So what we're doing there is we're starting with with the C minor 7 again. You're going to play the bass note. You're going to get a rest, and then you're going to hit the chord. So it's. Then there's another rest, and then hit the bass note again. So it's. And then you're going to move down and play this bass figure. All right, and this figure is fifth string, 3rd fret, 6th string, 6th fret, 6th string, 3rd fret, 6th string, 1st fret, and then back to 6th string, 3rd fret, which puts you in position to play the G minor 7. So you've gone from here, you've gone, and then you're going to play that the same way. You're going to play the bass note, rest, and then hit, and then rest, and then you're going to play this figure. It's so that you're in position for this again. And those notes are 6th string, 3rd fret, 6th string, 6th fret, 5th string, 5th fret, 6th string, 6th fret, and then move your hand up to this C minor 7 again for the last note, which is really the first note of the next bit. So it's. Then you go back down, do the same thing. Except the second time, instead of coming back and doing, you're going to do a descending chord riff, which is easy enough because that's just the G minor 7, then the F sharp minor 7, and then the F minor 7. And then you go to a G7 chord, and then an A flat, and back to the G7. And then the kind of chorus of the verse is again based on the C minor 7. This time you're going to do a descending bass riff on it, and it goes like this. So what's happening there is you're starting off with the bass note on the regular C minor 7 chord. Then you're going to play a C minor 7 with a B flat bass. So you're taking this finger off, you're moving this first finger and playing this B flat here at the 6th string 6th fret and playing. And then you're going to play a C minor 6 chord. And what you do there is you move the whole thing down as if you're playing like a D bar chord. And then you take your pinky and fret these first 3 strings here, the G, B, and E string, at the 8th fret. So you're not playing the A string, you're just playing the bass note. And you get. So those chords should be. and then you play the A flat chord and the G7. And that's the whole verse and chorus, and then you're back to this figure. And there's a little lead guitar that goes on in there. We'll cover that a little later. And then you repeat all of that for the next verse. And when you get to this descending riff again that we just showed you, then you're going to go into the bridge.